Who performed outer reap? Anybody? Outer reap? Got your partner come demonstrate outer reap. So Jiu-Jitsu has a bunch of really cool facets. She's going to go nice and slow, kind of walks through it. She pulls her off balance, gets the leg that she wants. Steps through the leg, kicks, and falls. Pretty cool, right? Thank you, ladies. All right, so come here. So I go to make outer reap on Caitlin, and if she's of the mind, while I'm throwing her, she could make an armbar. Right? All she has to do when I kick, the leg that I pull and kick, right? That one's going to be up. She just has to make sure she gets my arm and she kicks the other leg. This leg goes into my chest and that leg is going to go in over my head. I'll kind of walk through, right? So I go here, I go to make outer reap. She kicks, and that's the counter submission to the outer reap. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now the real question is if I blast through my throw, can she still make it? The answer should be yes. So if I go to make this, and she holds tight, and she feels what I'm doing, and she kicks, she should be able to make essentially light flying armbar. Essentially. We did not rehearse this before. We'll see. Right? So I go to make the throw. Not bad. So there's counter submission in almost every single takedown. That make sense? All right. Get with your partner. Practice your favorite throw, whichever one you did. The person that falls, look to see, is there counter throw or counter submission? Let me give you one more example. Let's see. Caleb. And let's grab Caitlin again. Caleb goes to do hip throw, and Caitlin holds and pulls hard with her left hand. She should be able to counter throw him after he lifts her. Lift, throw, pull.
I don't know.
There's the counter throw.
I was like, what?
Right.
I do not.
The amazing thing is, they didn't rehearse that. She didn't even know what I was talking about, and it worked out in the end. Let's do it again. Caleb goes to make hip throw. She feels it. She knows she's in trouble. She holds, pulls. She makes counter throw. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right. Pretty cool.
Sir.
So again, I'm literally throwing these things out there, and hey, I think we can figure that out. They figured that out. They hadn't been practicing. We didn't rehearse this earlier. They're just like, yeah, I think I can do that. If you can see it in your head, you might be able to get it off. And if you can get it off, then it's in the tool bag. You can use it later. Get back with your partner. Thank you so much. Walk through your throw nice and slow. And when you go to make the throw, let's see where they land. And can they make counter throw or counter submission? They'll usually leave something behind. Play with it. You get to experiment. Got 5 minutes. All right. Raise your hand if you saw something that you wanted to show the class. Either a counter throw or a counter submission. Caleb, Jay. Looking for counter throw or counter submission. He goes to make big throw. He holds, and he moves in for a lapel choke. Why did that work? Watch the hand position when they tie up. Watch the hand position. This is the trick. You never let this go. He ducks under. Now look, he holds this position. He's looking for the choke. He makes the throw pretty great, but he sticks it. Caleb rolls him, ties him up with one leg, and makes sliding lapel choke. Pretty cool. Counter submission. Now, could Jay potentially slam him hard enough that everything breaks loose? Of course. That's why spiking is outlawed in almost every MMA event, right? Because you can drop someone hard enough that you can knock them out, and people don't pay a lot of money to see people get knocked out in the first round. They want to pay money to see a long fight. Y'all know that, right?
Sure.
That's what rules. Y'all understand why we have rules, right? To make the fight longer. It's not to keep people safe.
Yeah.
We have rules to make the fight longer. If y'all didn't know that, all you got to do is look back in the history of boxing before they even had gloves, right? Why gloves? Protect the hands. Too many people getting a broken hand. Does that make sense?
Sir.
So, hold on, maybe counter throw. Was there a second one that you guys wanted to show? Caleb goes in to make his throw. He controls, and he dropped down into an arm lock. All right, not too bad. Not too bad. All right. Might need that. We always got to iron stuff out, but if that's the first time they experimented with that counter throw, pretty cool. Somebody else. Somebody else have a throw or counter throw they want to show? No.
Anna had one that she showed me with the double leg when you said,
All right. While they're thinking about it, so just careful. Sorry. So Caleb and I, let's just say that we're kind of in wrestling position. He starts to tie up and he's looking for an ankle kick. He sees the ankle. He lifts it up. If I go here, he might have me. I could do what? Right? I could do that. What I'd rather do, he goes to make ankle kick. If I can get this leg here, now I can put him in the top position and make this arm bar. Make sense? Cool. There's a throw, counter throw, or counter submission to almost everything. That's what makes jiu-jitsu magical. All you got to do is stay in long enough until somebody shows you, or you start to see it and you make it up for yourself. Pretty cool? All right, good job.